Your Excellencies, dear ministers, distinguished delegates, it is my great honor to present and represent the Czech non-profit sector here on this occasion. I strongly appreciate and truly value the long-standing cooperation between the government of the Czech Republic and us, the NGOs. And it is all about the cooperation, which remains the cross-cutting element towards achieving the sustainable development goals. At first glance, these 17 targets may seem like a colorful list of various objectives. However, when you look closer, you will find that they are all intertwined, and together they reflect a comprehensive picture of our society. It is important because of their complexity that we cooperate across social sectors, across fields, from the global to the local level. Such an integrated approach has become the central motto of the Měj se k světu initiative, a platform that for the first time ever has brought together ecological, social, educational, gender, human rights, or anti-corruption-related non-governmental partners in the Czech Republic. More than 125 of these NGOs came together in autumn 2015 to present their vision of the Czech Republic 2030. It is a vision of society where people trust each other, think critically, but they are also open to different opinions. A society that isn't afraid of change and innovation, in which economy isn't only about making a profit, but which relies on sustainability. A society where all decisions are made with due regard to tomorrow and our responsibility for the world we live in. Although each of the organizations involved deal with their own concrete tasks, we outlined together the future where we believe the Czech Republic shall be heading to. Our priorities have, thanks to the participatory approach of the Czech Republic government, been reflected in the national strategy, the Czech Republic 2030. The biggest challenge, the global implementation of Agenda 2030, is still ahead of us. Together with many fundamental questions that concern not only its implementation, but also how to get it closer to the public and how to get broadest support for it. Even though we face common challenges, many of them will manifest themselves differently at the local level. Take, for example, demographic change. The global north faces an aging population, and on the other hand, many countries of global south still deal with high population growth. I'm delighted that the Czech Republic government does her best to face those global challenges while considering the local context through inviting different actors to cooperate and setting specific commitments to fulfill by 2030. For example, my initiative, the Beauty of Health Foundation, helps the elderly, raises awareness about aging populations, and is constantly looking for ways how to prepare for it. By 2050, 1/3 of population in the Czech Republic will be over 65 years old. The economic, political, and social consequences for society will be huge. We have to realize that to successfully enforce real systematic change, we need the cooperation of both the government and the business private sector. We simply need to work together. That is why we also firstly cooperate with the other NGOs that help the elderly. Secondly, we work with the state administration in finding legislative solutions. And lastly, we communicate with the private sector in order to search for common ground in the question of age management and employing pensioners. We also organize awareness-raising campaigns to increase public understanding. I believe that through the cooperation, we will succeed not only in meeting demographic challenges, but also in fulfilling all the other commitments we have set. And I believe we can make it together through the cooperation. Thank you very much for your attention, ladies and gentlemen. And I would like to give a floor to my dear colleague, Mr. Robin Dufek, a representative of private business sector.
Thank you.